Welcome, Aries, to your October 27th through the 31st reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you. Best message. October 27th through the 31st, please. The Magician is in reverse. There's definitely something where you feel like you might be of lower power, feeling like I don't want to be involved in this situation. There it is. 5 of Wands. Some kind of miscommunication, combative behavior, someone coming at you. It's also showing the willingness of the resistance. Like, I'm resisting the situation. I do not want to be here. And just feeling like somebody definitely wants to quarrel with you. And you're kind of prepared for it, but not really. More like prepared to not want to take action towards it. Right? Okay. And yeah, definitely wanting to hold on to some kind of conflict over here. The conflict really comes from because they promised something and then they broke the promise over here. So you might feel like, you know what, this is where you broke the promise, and maybe they feel like you broke the promise, and were underdetermined to actually get to where you needed to be. So it does feel like they feel like you broke some kind of promise, and if it wasn't you, that argument could start just by them breaking the promise, something. It does feel like they feel like you broke a promise to them, something that you were supposed to be holding on to that you never got to. This really frustrates them, but I do feel like you're really frustrated about this situation. I do feel like it was a miscommunication and some kind of disagreement that went on about the situation. I even feel like the broken promise was something you already have discussed in the past, that they're trying to absolutely move towards, right? And this definitely feels like a love situation, and definitely the past. There you go. So yes, it does feel like, you know what, we've already had this discussion. Why are you holding on to this? And it does feel like they want to bring this back up and bring it back up to light. So whatever disagreement, that went on before, right, they're really upset about the situation. It was only partially let go for a little while. And definitely this does feel like a love situation, but you're also going to be intuitive enough also, Aries, over here, to know that this is where you are holding on to this cup, looking deeper into the situation than it needed to be, because I already told you the only reason that I couldn't hold on to that promise was I had to go to work. I had to deal with the kids. I had to do this. There was something of importance that you needed to do, right, from the past that they want to bring this back up. So as you're trying to offer these, either that or maybe you had a different offering to do something. But it does feel like, you're offering them something and you're trying to tell them, you know what, we'll hold tight to this, but they want to bring up this, well, why would you want to do that when you already broke a promise from before? Intuitively knowing, though, that, you know what, they're holding on to something that is just bad because, you know what, stop worrying about what I did in the past. We already went through this. So they're very frustrated, and it's making you frustrated through their, when they're all frustrated and upset. You don't want to argue about the situation. It looks like you're trying to make them understand that everything's going to be okay, but they don't have the encouragement to want to do this with you right now as you're moving towards this. They're kind of reflecting that, you know what, you've already put me off. You said you were going to do this and that. But look, guys, they're jumping to conclusions. And that's really what this is. They're jumping to the conclusions. Don't allow them to jump, make you jump to conclusions either. But there's definitely a lot to reconsider about this situation as you're trying to get your point across to the situation, right? I'm trying to get my point across to the situation and you're jumping to conclusions. Oh my gosh, are they jumping? So they're not going to really come towards you right now. And it even looks like you're going to kind of back up and back away over here, Aries, towards the end, the 30th through the 31st, because you're saying, okay, fine, that's fine. I'll separate myself because you know what, you're not listening. So it does feel like there is this kind of miscommunication area over here, where they are definitely trying to bring up the past and jumping to all these different conclusions, making up their own story, not wanting to trust in the situation, just because of one, you know what I mean, one false promise, which literally is showing it was already communicated why you had done so. So I don't understand why they're not wanting to do so. Hmm. Everybody has their own story. You'll know why. Okay. So otherwise, and just be determined to have a good time and have some fun. It is Halloween. Okay. Until next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye bye.